All right, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for being here today to hear about our presentation, Revolutionizing X Energy with Artificial Intelligence, Accelerating Innovation. Like we've mentioned before, we are all students getting our master's in Science and Business Analytics at Virginia Tech. I'm going to hand it off to Scott to start our introductions.
Hi, my name is Scott Scully, and I graduated from Virginia Tech with a degree in economics. I'm still currently looking for opportunities in the artificial intelligence or sports analytics realm, preferably on the East Coast.
Hey everybody, my name is Ryan Mason. I got my undergrad from Virginia Tech in cybersecurity. After this program, I'm working for Booz Allen as a data scientist in the Tyson's headquarters.
Hi everybody, my name is Grace Lowry. I also graduated from Virginia Tech with my undergrad in Accounting and Information Systems. And after this program, I will be working for KPMG as an audit associate in the Richmond office.
Hi, my name is Adam Prakash. I graduated from Virginia Tech with my degree in computational modeling and data analytics. I'll be working for Paragon as a software engineer at the Vernon office.
I'm Angelica Wilhelm. I graduated from Texas Tech with my degree in clinical laboratory science, and I'm currently still seeking opportunities within business analytics, hopefully in the operational efficiency space.
We would also like to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors for their support and ongoing guidance throughout these 10 months. When we first started this project, there was already a lot of energy and interest surrounding AI within X Energy. Employees were experimenting with different AI tools as a side interest or a hobby, seeing what worked and what didn't. But we saw an opportunity to take that excitement and turn it into something more structured, something that the business could build on as a whole. Over the next several months, we then began identifying real potential use cases for AI implementation across several departments. And then we started testing and evaluating those use cases through proof of concept models. Our goal with this was to turn from experimentation to execution and to create a foundation that X Energy could build on. Once we had that early foundation in place, we were then able to hand it off to the new director of AI. So what started as a side interest became an actual dedicated function, and we are very proud of playing a part in making that happen. Regarding the context of our project, we then came up with the problem statement of what are the possibilities for AI implementation within X Energy that can reduce time to market, increase productivity, and allow X Energy to maintain its image as a company on the forefront of innovation. I will now hand it off to Advay to talk about our 2 phases.
Thanks, Grace. We decided to break this down into 2 phases. Phase 1 being use case discovery and exploration, where we identify potential for implementation, and phase 2 being the proof of concept models, where we test the data as we received from the ideas generated in phase 1. Our main objective was to support the launch of a dedicated AI department within X Energy. We aim to manage and evaluate ideas, employee-generated ideas, test and validate proof of concept models, and lay the foundation for the AI department at X Energy. The director of AI has told us on multiple occasions that our work has saved him months of initial effort, allowing him to focus on building solutions rather than planning implementation. Now, I'll pass it off to Scott to talk about use case discovery and exploration.
Thanks, Advay. Looking at our use case discovery and the exploration, the first phase of our project kicked off with a company-wide AI lunch and learn session. Through this, we gained valuable feedback from employee perspectives on AI, including their concerns and their questions. An email inbox was then created to capture ideas from employees on how AI incorporation could potentially benefit their job. From these responses, we conducted preliminary evaluations of each idea, assessing the feasibility for a proof of concept model that was within our project scope. If the idea then fell within our scope, we reached out to an employee to get a better understanding of their department and their day-to-day activities. Our data collection involved diving further into requirements and potential benefits of the use case. We identified 36 potential areas for AI implementation within the company and created proof of concept models for 5 use cases. These departments that we specifically looked at were the corrective action, the audit, design, quality assurance, and regulatory documents. We then tested and assessed the performance of the models on a secure in-house proof of concept model to test the AI's capability. Throughout this project and our interviews, we calculated return on investment based on time saved and efficiency gained. Accelerating time to market shortens the gap between development and revenue generation. Through the testing of our POC models that we created, we estimate that the tasks within the departments can be reduced up to 79%. In addition, these gains are recurring and scalable, which means X Energy will see continuous improvement on the impact of implementation over time as it integrates with more and more departments. This time saved will allow employees to direct their full efforts to higher value tasks and reduce the overall strain on these critical departments. I will now pass it over to Angelica to talk about our recommendations.
Thanks, Scott. Through our work, X Energy has begun a clear path to success with AI within their company. We developed several recommendations to ensure the smooth and effective transition. First, a crawl, walk, run implementation approach. This involves starting small, creating a base, and tackling problems as they come in. We've been here for the crawl portion and we've taken that on, and now we're handing it over to the new AI department to walk and run. This involves gradually rolling out the AI to more people, getting their feedback, and keep enhancing that tool. And once that foundation is really solid, rolling it out company-wide to really emphasize X Energy's excitement for AI. Next, a centralized standardized database. When testing our proof of concept models, we did run into a lot of difficulties with varying document formats from the varying departments, and creating this standardized database will allow for ease of implementation company-wide. And next, AI education. It's really easy to think that AI is this magical tool that will solve all your problems and do everything for you. And maybe someday that will be the case. But right now, it's best used in conjunction with somebody who knows how to use it. For this, we recommend holding quarterly lunch and learn sessions among the company to show innovations through the industry, innovations within the company, and also to provide tips, tricks, and training such as prompt engineering to better use AI. And finally, a ubiquitous model. Rather than spreading the AI department thin by creating custom tools and models for every single department, we recommend initially focusing on a more general model that can be used by more and more departments. That way, everybody can start tasting the AI a little bit, getting to use it, and finding out how it can really enhance their everyday work. Now I'm going to pass it off to Ryan to discuss value delivery.
Thanks, Angelica. When we started this project, integrating AI and X Energy was more of a long-term aspiration rather than a clear initiative. Over the past 9 months, working with the leadership at X Energy, we've been able to transform that aspiration into action. Together, we've kickstarted the AI department, laid the foundation for its future success, and secured critical early buy-in for the technology. Additionally, our research and development efforts have saved the AI department 6 months right about time. Our efforts have also uncovered the desire of the company to stay innovative and embrace this new technology. We're extremely proud of the work that we've done and look forward to seeing the new and novel ways that X Energy incorporates AI. Now, we've learned a lot over the past 9 months, and the team has 3 things that we believe are key benefits of this program. First are the real-world experiences that we gained. These are real people with real problems, and there's no playbook to guide us through it. These have made us better problem solvers and better equipped to go out into the industry. Next is the new connections that we developed, not only within the company, but within our cohort. These are connections that we'll have for the rest of our lives and will serve us all in some way down the line. Lastly, but certainly not least, are the team building experiences that we've had. We've had ample opportunity to work in teams in our classes and our capstone, and it's taught us to be better team members, better leaders, better motivators, better ways to motivate and keep our team accountable. We're now properly equipped to be the cornerstone of any team that we become a part of. I want to thank you for being here. On behalf of the team, we're incredibly proud of the work we've done, and incredibly proud of the work that the MSBA has done. We thank you for supporting this program. We'll take any questions you'll have.
Yeah, it was definitely, especially with the company we're working with, there's a lot of different departments. I don't think we touched on it, but they're a small modular nuclear reactor company. So there's a lot of different sort of information. You've got HR, you've got training, you've got engineering for all the different pieces and things like that. So we did have a lot of discussions over the data itself and how different it can be coming out of every department. And that was one of the reasons we recommended the standardized database, because we recognize that the data coming out of everywhere wasn't on the same par with everybody. So it was a recommendation to really go back and look at the data that they are first handling to make sure it is acceptable for AI function.
If they achieve that level of time savings, that's pretty significant. Do you have a sense of what they want to do with that time saved? Because you now have people with more time. Is it because they want to employ renovation and expansion and scalability? Are they not? What are they? Because it's in the conversations, right? It's consistent. They give any indication of where they might want to do that time saved.
Yeah, I can take this. So it's their main goal with AI is as a force multiplier. So rather than laying people off, this is a startup and they haven't built anything yet. So this is not only getting their product out to market faster, but also as they expand, they don't need to hire as many people. So a lot of these tasks that we've shown here are extremely manual and not very high intellect. They're very like just copy and paste, or it's a very repeatable process. So by using AI to automate these tasks, they'll be able to focus on higher value tasks.